right, this should be a pretty quick video. We're just introducing a data type called the unsigned long. Now, the reason this is important is because we're going to be learning to use the millis command, and that uses the unsigned long. And the reason it uses the unsigned long is unsigned longs can hold really, really big numbers. If we just had an int, it would run out of milliseconds pretty quick, because later on we'll find out the milliseconds or millis command gives us the number of milliseconds since the Arduino was last turned on or started or restarted. So let's get to it. So you're pretty used to making integers by now. So you'd be like int x equals 5. It's pretty normal. We're making an integer. It can't have a decimal. It's an integer, just like math class. Well, at a certain point, we run into integer overflow errors, which can be a pain in the butt. So if we're going to be dealing with bigger numbers, there's a bigger form of integer that takes up more memory called a long. And it's exactly the same, except it stores, it takes up more memory, and so you can hold a much bigger number. But aside from that, it's exactly the same. It just holds a bigger number and takes up a bit more space. But if you want a really, really big number, we can throw this word unsigned before either int or long. And normally in memory, like all of this is stored in binary. And so you got this zeros and ones, and they hold the binary information. And then you got one extra digit, binary digit, a 0 or 1, that says whether the number is positive or negative. If we put unsigned in front of it, it's just always assumed to be positive, and it uses that extra bit to store numbers up to twice as big. So an unsigned int can hold a number twice as big as an int, but it can never be negative. In the same way, an unsigned long can hold a number twice as big as a long, but it can't hold any negative. So that's just throw the word unsigned before, and it just takes that extra bit that it normally uses to hold the plus minus sign and uses it as an extra binary digit so it can hold a number twice as big, but no negatives. And that's it. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed.